Alright, brothers, welcome. If you're on this video, I take it you don't get respected as much as you should do anyways. You don't get treated like the man. You need to be treated like the man. But right now, you probably get treated like a little bit of a pussy if we're being honest. You probably do. Right, so in this video, we're going to teach you exactly why that happens, because it's not for the reason that most people think. The problem that people focus on is the fact that I get disrespected. That's not how you should go about it. So we're going to go over that a little bit, and we're going to give you actionable steps as to how you can actually change your situation and get treated like a G, so that when you walk into a room, people look at you and think, damn, this guy's a man. You command the room. People look to you. They look up to you. So if that's the type of video you want, you're in for a treat. If not, click off now. And if you're a type of guy who really likes dopamine and likes the nice, colourful text and the filters and all this, then also click off, my friend, because this isn't a dopaminergic video. This is a value-driven video. We're going to have a couple clips there and here and there to really back up the statements that we're making, but that's it. Apart from that, it's purely focused on value, no dopamine. So, with that being said, grab a notepad and pen, and let's get ready, because I'm going to be dropping game, Haddon's going to be dropping game, and you're going to be absorbing a lot of knowledge.
So I guess to start, I want to make it clear as well that you're going to be noticing we practice everything we preach. As we get through this video, minute by minute, you're going to notice we practice what we preach and we implement everything we're about to teach you to implement ourselves in this video. So you can take inspiration from that. Because guys, we're not phonies, we're not out here faking it. We don't use cuts to disguise our shit communication skills like all these other YouTubers. No, we're the real deal. We practice what we preach, and you're going to see that firsthand in this video, alright? Awesome. Now that we've got that out of the way, I want to quickly talk about how you're a muggle right now. Now, if this is your first time on the channel, it's your first time hearing the term muggle, you're thinking, Hyder, what's a muggle? Please enlighten me. No problem, brother. I will enlighten you indeed. So if you've ever seen the movie Harry Potter, then you know, okay, there's a muggle and there's a wizard. So I'll just break it down for those of you who haven't. The muggles are the ones who aren't aware of what magic is. They just live normal lives, 9 to 5, real world, wife that doesn't like them, blah, 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 blah. Then you've got the wizards, who go to Hogwarts and Wingardium Leviosa, Avada Kedavra. They know magic, right? And this is the perfect analogy because communication is literally like magic. Communication, the art of communication I should call it, is literally what can allow a man to demand respect, gain influence, boost his confidence, become powerful, and dominate interactions like we're going to teach you in this video. And you've probably been on the generic self-improvement and whatnot, and you've tried all of it, and you've seen it doesn't really work, because it's like trying to build a skyscraper without the foundation underground first. If you know anything about architecture and buildings, you know that when they build a skyscraper, they first dig underground, and they lay foundations. Then they build the skyscraper. Why? Because if they just build the skyscraper from the base of the ground without digging underneath, it'll fall over.
Yeah, and the key is, right now, bro, you're not focusing on the real problem. The real problem. You think the problem is, oh, I get disrespected, people don't treat me with respect, them, he's a prick, he treats me badly. All of those are symptoms. That's not your actual problem. Do not focus on the symptom. It's like having cancer and focusing on the fact your hair's falling out and buying all of this hair shampoo and shit. No, focus on fixing the cancer. Then the hair might come. Okay, so that's what you're focusing on. And what is the problem? The problem is that you don't respect yourself. That's the problem. That you don't respect yourself enough to portray an image of competence, an image of masculinity to the people, to the public, so that then they can respect you. It's as simple as that. And this happens all of the time, and it goes back to what Hyder was saying about building the foundations. First, you must get your shit together. To truly be a competent person and be treated like a man, to really command a room, you must be a person worthy of commanding a room. It's as simple as that. And I see it all of the time when people come and they try and be this Billy Big Bollocks. They try and command rooms and be Mr. Big Bollocks, really, essentially. And then they just crumble. And you can see it firsthand. You can see it in them.
And look, guys, I mentioned before we're the real deal, but we once weren't. We're not just some nerds who've done a ton of research and then put a video together. No, it's not how we operate. We're passing on our life lessons to you. We've experienced this the hard way. We've learnt this the hard way. Because we were once muggles as well. I mean, most people are, because you look at the education system and society, that's what they want you to become. School are not teaching you how to speak, how to communicate, like a man. No, they teach you how plants photosynthesize and how to analyse Romeo, Juliet and Shakespeare and
why the curtain was blue.
Why the curtain was blue and the periodic table. Like, cool, fair enough. Is this going to help you become a man? No.
Listen, it was funny. What's really funny is, and this might be mind-blowing, but Before the quadratic equation, I was broke. Then after I learned the quadratic equation, I was still broke. I was still worth nothing to society. So school focuses on all of these bullshitty things that don't really matter, and they neglect the things that do matter. They neglect things like communication. In English, they should be teaching you how to speak really and truly, but they 100%. Don't. But they don't, and they do that because they want you to stay a muggle, and that's why 99% of people are muggles. But that's good, because right now you're a muggle, which means that you've got a room to elevate. You've got room to get better and to not be a muggle anymore and to join us at the top. So that's what this video is about.
Yeah, and it's not just school that conveniently doesn't teach you how to communicate. It's also the self-improvement space. Cool, there's a lot of benefits to it, like I mentioned earlier in the video briefly. However, communication is a massive part of it. It's the highest ROI skill on the planet. As you're going to find out through this video, guys, it's powerful. And look, we've been working with our students firsthand in our one-on-one mentorship. We work with these guys and we've seen firsthand how this fucking changes their lives. And it's so powerful to the point where, you know, with an offer, there's usually testimonials and whatnot, and people are vouching for it. We don't even need to ask for our testimonial. Our clients will come to us and be like, bro, I want to make you a testimonial. You've genuinely impacted my life. And that just goes to show how powerful this is. So guys...
Not to mention as well, I just want to continue to in our own horn. We've got a 100% success rate. Every single person we work with gets results. Every single one of them.
Literally.
No one ever lie.
Literally every single person. So guys, if that's not proof we're about to give you some game, then I don't know what is. Alright?
Stuttering a little bit there, bro.
Might not be a perfect communicator, but I'm still a master communicator, alright? And that's the goal. So guys, let's get straight into it. First thing I want to show you is how we used to act. Because like I said before, we were once muggles too. So have a look at how we used to carry ourselves, how we used to... just everything really. You'll see what I mean when you see this.
Man, I used to be so addicted to video games, man. From a young age, all I've known is GTA Vice City or WWE SmackDown versus Raw. And these are violent games that I've been playing since a young age.
Listening to music, you're not going to get as good as a... what's the word? You're not going to get as good of a mind-muscle connection if you're listening to music. So if you listen... So yeah, just don't listen to music while you're working out. Focus on your mind-muscle connection. Focus on... just think about life, you know?
And as you can imagine, back then we didn't make money. We didn't contribute anything to society. And the reason was because we weren't those guys yet. We hadn't worked on the foundations. Essentially, that's all it was. Okay, so when people saw our content, because we were content creators, we made content at the time as well, they didn't feel that urge to pay us. They didn't look to us and think, these guys are our teachers. These guys are mentors. I look up to these guys. I want to be like these guys. No, we didn't have that sort of influence. Now we do. Now we actually do have that influence. But it wasn't always like that. And we're not the only ones. So many people, like I mentioned, try and be Billy Big Brothers. I've got a clip here that I'm about to show you of Matt Shea, where he's puffing on a cigar. He thinks he's that guy. Matt Shea, if you don't know, is a Vice reporter. Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate used to make fun of him all the time. But he's puffing on a cigar, trying to act cool. But people can just tell. You'll be able to spot it as well in this clip. He's not that guy. He's just not. I'll play the clip here.
Yeah. We can come back with the causation part, but you do see a correlation, correct?
Yeah.
I want you to know that I've actually been, if you want to talk about correlation and causation, I want you to know that I've actually been.
You do have an impressive haircut. Somebody said that.
Hey.
One person.
Thank you.
Of the 8,100 people watching us.
And that's the importance of working on yourself. Because like we said, it's like the skyscraper. You don't lay the foundations, no matter how high you try and build, it's eventually going to knock over. Matt Shea happened to him there, it happened to us when we showed you our before videos. And guys, we fast forward now to how we get treated, for example. The respect we get, the confidence we have, the charisma we have, the views we get on social media. And you might think, oh, well, this YouTube channel doesn't get many views. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when we were on Instagram. We had a 300k account, we had a 260k account on TikTok, both of which got banned because, yeah, you can probably guess why they got banned. We were speaking about things we shouldn't really been speaking about. But guys, we garnered over, 200 million views across all social media platforms. So we knew what we were doing. And we knew how to speak, we knew how to deliver a message, and ultimately people listened to us. We started a movement, it got to a point where we were getting stopped in Dubai Mall, kids would ask us for pictures, Marina Mall, we had kids running up to us, you name it, mate. We were getting recognised, airports, everywhere. So guys, we've experienced the success from this, and like I said before,
even financially, yeah. We went from zero to making 1.5k pounds a day, guys. A day is not like money. So we started printing money. People started paying us to teach them. because they saw and they looked up to us now. They thought, okay, these guys are now competent. And it's because of the subconscious signals that we were sending out. It's because our aura changed. Something about us was different.
Yeah, and that freedom is big. Right now, we're just chilling in Malaysia. We was in Shanghai the other week. We'll be in Singapore in a couple of weeks. Then we'll go back to Dubai, where we're based. Anyway, we're really tooting our own horns. Guys, this is about you. We need to give you value. You need your transformation. Enough about us. We've done our transformation. So let's get back to the video. So we've gone through the Matt Shea clip. Now I want to show you this clip of the way this guy, George, speaks about Tristan. And this is not a Tristan riding session. I'm not here to ride anyone, no. But this is to show you what you can achieve as well. Because it's not just us that have done it. It's also guys like Tristan and other guys like that. There's a lot of guys who've been through this. So guys, have a look at this. If you want people to speak about you like this, pay close attention.
Tristan comes around. Now.
In that trench coat?
No homo. No homo.
Crazy, bro.
Dude's a hunk.
Oh my God.
I immediately saw this dude standing in front of me. I was like, thank God my girlfriend's not here. Oh my God. He just came in and he came in with a SWAT team of people.
Yeah.
And he walked in. This is me. So you're the camera. Look this. Looked right at me. Like this to get up like, hey, hi. And he's like, his friends,
And there's no reason, realistically, why people shouldn't be speaking about you like this. Right now, nobody speaks to you like this. Nobody. You zero aura, bro. You have zero aura. But you need to get to a point where people speak about you like this all of the time. So that's what we're going to get into. So with that being said, let's get straight into the value now. Get your notepad and pen ready, because we're about to give you game. Number one thing is body language. Body language is absolutely key. And you'll notice all of the big top shot guys, I'm talking the guys, the billionaires, the people that own and lead shit. Think of a mafia boss, for example. He's always going to have a very slow movement about it. He's going to be very controlled. He's not going to be sporadic. He's not going to be very erratic. Everything's always controlled. He moves on his own time. And that's key. You must move on your own time. That's the starters. If you want to portray confidence and control, move slowly.
Yeah, I mean, we can demonstrate here. Yo, guys, how's it going? Welcome to the video. So, we're going to be telling you how to demand respect today. It's going to be sick. Yes, let's go. Compared to, right, guys, going to be teaching you a lot of game today. We're going to be teaching you exactly how to demand respect, gain influence, boost your confidence, you name it. You want to become the complete man, you've clicked on the right video. You just compare how one was very erratic. Obviously, I exaggerated. I used a bunch of filler words and whatnot, which we're going to be getting into the speaking later, by the way. That's probably the most important element, so stay tuned for that. But overall, it was just super erratic. A lot of fast movements and just low confidence in general. That guy wasn't speaking like a man. He was more like a little boy. Whereas then the second guy was very masculine, slow, composed, and overall just exerting confidence in the way he moved.
Yeah, and again, guys, this is all subconscious. We're pointing it out now, so it's going to be something conscious to you, which is also very powerful. If you can consciously do something that people register subconsciously, you're ahead. You're in an advantageous position. So you want to be able to do this, because then you get to manipulate other people. You get to play with things underneath the surface that they don't even realize. So you get to control your perception, and that's very strong. If you can control your perception, you're winning. So like I was saying, this is all very subconscious things. Things like moving slowly. People aren't going to pick, oh, he just moved very slowly. I'm going to trust him. No. But they'll see it and they'll think, okay, this guy's got an aura of somebody who's quite a professional, who's controlled. Think Tommy Shelby from Peaky Blinders. He constantly has this aura of control. I dominate. I command the room. And if you notice, with every single one of his movements, he moves really, extremely slowly, very controlled. He's on his own time. Everyone waits for him. He runs shit. You need to be exactly like that. I'll put a clip up now.
Man like me. I'll suck at me.
Now, guys, we've covered slow movements there, but we're just scratching the surface. There's a lot about body language. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to cram it all into this video. We'll try and give you as much value as possible. However, I'd be lying if I told you in a 20 to 30 minute video, I'm going to cover the entirety of body language. It's not going to happen. However, we do have a one-on-one mentorship, which you can apply for in the bio. If we think we can work with you, we'll take you on. If not, we'll point you in the right direction. We don't risk our 100% success rate for anybody. So if you are looking to just fast track all of this, get that respect, boost your confidence, become an influential and a powerful and a masculine man. The link to that is in the bio. We'll train your communication, everything.
And also, for the people who are there thinking, oh, Shane, he's plugging, he's selling. It works. Yeah, it works. Don't blame us. We get results, 100% results, in fact. So if you take that leap, we'll get you results. Simple as that.
100%.
But yeah, just moving forward. Do you want to carry on?
Sure. So moving on from these slow movements, what you do with your hands is very important. You'll notice we've been using our hands, like I said at the start. You're going to notice we practice what we preach because we're not phonies, we're the real deal, okay? We've been speaking with our hands for this entire video. You've not seen us once start doing this and whatnot. Go on a Mr. Beast podcast. Go on a podcast from someone who isn't very well versed with the skill. What are they doing? They're just fidgeting all the time. They're scratching themselves. They're not professional. They're not professional guys. Whereas if you go on someone like an Andrew Tate podcast, he's always got his hands either like this or he's using his hands when he speaks. Because he understands my hands are very, very important because they also send a message to my listener subconsciously. All right? It's like the same with the slow movements. You're not going to sit there and think, yeah, this guy's using his hands, yeah, it's a top guy. Nah. But you register it subconsciously, guys. So your hands are very important.
And this is why we brand it as Self-Improvement 2.0. Because this is what the truly successful people, the ones who really dominate the game these days, that's what they've practiced. They've practiced. Because Andrew Tate was a born. He didn't come out the womb thinking, okay, I need to use my hands or I need to be like this to show composure. No, he's practiced these underground skills that nobody talks about. This is the things that self-improvement misses out. And that's why if you just follow the normal traditional self-improvement, you'll end up as the other hundreds of millions of teenagers and their dogs who are also doing a self-improvement. Oh, no fat, dopamine detox. That'll only get you so far. This, the underground skills that no one's talking about, this is what's going to get you the real deal, the real results.
100%. So we move on from hand movements. I just want to quickly mention as well that this is not bro science. All of this is scientifically proven to give you a quick testosterone boost by about 20%. 20%. All these test maxing guys want to take this supplement and that supplement. They want to optimize their sleep and buy a Whoop band and track my sleep and whatnot. Don't get me wrong, that looks pretty cool. I might get one myself. But ultimately, all of this is having what, 1%, 2%, 3% effect on your testosterone? Whereas literally being more open is proven to increase by 20%. That's flipping powerful. Sometimes, in between sets at the gym, I'll literally just stand like that and be open. Just get a quick testosterone boost for my next set. It's powerful. It's really, really powerful, guys.
Plus, also, scientific studies been made on this. When you're closed off, people have more of a tendency to ignore you or to look past you. So let's say someone's trying to select you. Let's say football team. We're picking teams now, like you did back in high school and primary school. If people are open and you've got your hands like this or your arms crossed like this, people are more likely to overlook you. Understand how powerful that is. If you want to dominate, if you want to command a room, if you want to dominate your interactions like a man, being overlooked is simply a no-go, which means you constantly have to be open, you constantly have to be taking space, and this is something that even animals do. Even animals literally do this. When a bear wants to really assert his dominance over somebody else, what does he do? He gets off his forelegs, he gets onto two, and he makes himself big. He takes up space. You need to do the same. Obviously not in an obnoxious way. I don't want you to man spread and do all of this shit, but take as much space as you need. Don't be afraid to take up your space and command your space.
Yeah, and it's not just that you're more likely to be overlooked, but you're also more likely to be interrupted. If you're speaking and you're like this and you're like this, don't sit there and think, why am I getting interrupted? Why am I getting interrupted? No. You have to hold yourself accountable. You're getting interrupted because you're inviting everyone in the room to interrupt you because you're speaking like a pussy. When people speak like pussies, again, subconscious. People are not going to consciously think, yeah, this guy's a bit of a pussy, let's interrupt him. No, but they're literally going to forget you were even speaking in the first place and accidentally interrupt you. That's the harsh reality, guys. All this is very, very important. But look, next, let's quickly touch on eye contact, because eye contact is extremely, extremely important as well. We've all seen it, especially for you guys in the UK or in Europe. When you look at someone on the street, you just hold eye contact with them to test them. And they'll either look down straight away, then you know, okay, pussy. Or they'll hold eye contact with you for a bit, maybe in the entire time, then they'll look away. And then you're like, okay, yeah, this guy's not a complete pussy. So this is even just, what's it called? So we've got this is street science. This is street science, but even actually it's scientifically proven that nervous people, they look down, they look away, they can't hold eye contact. And you'd be surprised, everything we've mentioned in this video, there'll be some cocky guy who's sitting there going, yeah, I already do all this, yeah, I already know how to speak, But when you record yourself speaking, you'll quickly be very, very humbled. Because the likelihood is you don't implement any of this stuff For example, if you were given a presentation at school and you had to stand in front of the class and present, you would probably stood there like this, bro. Yeah, so guys, today I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to be talking about why the plant photosynthesize.
A little bit shaking as well.
Shaking, coarse voice, stuttering. You probably sounded like a donut, bro. Because even in your head, when you think, yeah, I aced that, you watch it back, you're thinking, whoa, I didn't ace it at all. For me, that was awful.
And even not in a school presentation, you try and network with someone where you're punching a little bit above your weight. I really like your business, and you make a lot of money. You sound like an idiot. You sound like a pussy. But here we're going to teach you how to sound like an actual man. So that's a good one, the eye contact, but also doing it fast as well. So we mentioned the thing about slow movements. You don't want to look away fast either, because if you do it very quickly, automatically you seem like a pussy, no matter where you look, whether it's side, down, up. So you need to make sure you look away slowly. And that you're making eye contact as much as you can. Not all the time, in fact, not 100%. But around about 90% eye contact is around about the sweet spot, bro.
Yeah, so 90% eye contact roughly when you're speaking to someone, 80 to 90%. And when you do look away, don't look down, look to the side. All right, that's a bit of game for you there, very actionable, make sure you write that down. So guys, we've touched on the fact that it increases your testosterone, but all of this also makes you feel higher value and ultimately makes you act and move more higher value, meaning people treat you as a more high value man. Very, very powerful. And that's how you boost your confidence, you gain respect from people, and ultimately you become a powerful and influential man. Very, very important stuff. So let's move on then to the second pillar out of the three that we're going to be covering in this video to help you dominate social situations, and it's your physique. Your physique is very, very important. Now, we're going to be very quick with this one because it might be a bit of a generic point that you've heard before. However, it needs to be said, all right? Your physique is very, very important because ultimately, all three of these go hand in hand. Your speaking, your body language, and your physique. There's no point in being Mr. Olympia if when you start speaking, you're going, You sound like an idiot. You sound like a massive idiot. But likewise, there's no point speaking very, very well if you're very, very skinny. Because people will still disrespect you. For example, Luke Belmar. Luke Belmar is a very articulate guy, but he gets clowned on the internet a lot. And part of the reason he doesn't have as much aura and he doesn't get as much respect as he's worthy of, because he's a very smart guy, and he's a very wealthy guy, is because he's not built himself up in the gym. So it's very, very important, guys.
I'll just think about it logically. Using common sense, you give more respect to people who are bigger. Again, this is something that's been trained into you. Not even trained into, programmed into you. It's inherent. Animals do it as well. They'll give respect to the bigger animal. It's survival of the fit. It's nature. It's just nature. It's natural for you to give more respect to someone who's bigger. So make sure you work on your physique. That's key. Now, the big one, guys.
The big boy.
Speaking. Now, speaking is very essential. You need to make sure you master this. It's crucial. Do not skip this. People overlook this all of the time. Speaking. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and just to quickly mention, there's going to be some fucker right now. I briefly mentioned this before, but I know there's going to be a lot of you doing this for speaking. I already know how to speak. No, I'm quite well spoken. I've got the gift of the gab. Shut up, bro. You don't have the gift of the gab. If you've not worked on this skill for over 6 months, which is equivalent to about 6 weeks with us, but 6 months on your own, you're not good at this. Trust me. We do this for a living. We teach this to people. You're not good at this. So get a fucking extra piece of paper and get ready to take more notes, because this here, we're about to give serious game, alright?
Well, just before we move on to the game, just to show how important this actually is, just to paint the picture, I'm going to show us what we used to sound like.
Remember, always stay true to the cut.
Exactly, and yeah, if you ever want any advice, you have any questions,
If you put your 100% into one of these business models, I guarantee you that by the end of the summer, you'll be making 1,000 or even more than that a month, which you can then use to expand your current operations or even invest into a new business model.
It's night and day. I used to sound gay. I literally used to sound gay. If that guy was stood before you right now, telling you, you need to do this, or you need to do this so you can become a man, you're not taking that shit serious, bro. Let's be real. You're not. So speaking is important.
Yeah, and the proof's in the pudding, because that was a YouTube video that got uploaded on this very channel years ago. And how many views did it get? Probably 200. Nothing. And even then, there was some hate comments. No likes. It's got completely clown, guys. And you're watching up until this point of the video. Deep into the video. Why? Because of our speaking skills. We've not put subtitles and movie clips and a bunch of what are they called? What is it called? That Adobe
filters and
filters and that motion graphics. That's what they are. We've not put motion graphics on all that nerdy stuff. No, we've captivated you through value and through our communication skills, and that's powerful. Imagine being able to sit there and just speak to a fucking machine and have someone else captivated for 20, 30 minutes. Of course you're going to make money. Of course you're going to print. You're going to be able to sell. You're going to be able to pull women. You're going to be able to do anything you want in this world. Because that is a superpower. It's a complete superpower.
And it's a thing that it's really not hard to learn.
It isn't.
It's just a thing where you do need guidance for it. Once you've got the guidance for it and you know exactly what steps to take, it's simple. Because everyone else is shit. All you need to do is be slightly less shit than everybody else and you're good. Literally that simple. But again, it's very easy to fuck up, so you've got to make sure you get it right. You get it right.
Yeah, because there's no other coaches out there. We had to pave our own path, and that's why it took us so long.
Oh yeah, we've been on this for 2 years.
Yeah, we've been doing this for our students in 6 weeks. Easy. They get such a high ROI on their investment. It's unreal. By the way, we've been speaking a lot about this. The link to that is in the bio if you're interested. It fucking works. Guys, the other communication coach on YouTube, we won't say his name, a bit unprofessional, but he just teaches you how to be a bit gay and a bit nerdy. And it's
like an English teacher.
Yeah, like an English teacher. We weren't trying to write novels, bro. We were trying to drive Lambos and travel the world, location freedom. That's what we wanted. Not learn how to just write novels and be a nerd. No, that's not what you want. So we're the only real ones who are teaching the skill right now, which is crazy. I find it mad. It's therefore going to be about 50 guys who start making videos about it after this, but
eventually
it's going to happen because it's so powerful.
But yeah, so that's enough gassing up speaking. Okay, how can you actually become a good speaker then? Number one is filler words. Now I'm pretty sure Hyder, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Hyder showed you what a bad one looks like already when he was pretending to be an idiot. He was like, and this is what happened. Remove all filler words. It makes you sound so much less confident and it takes so much away from your speech. You may have noticed, or you may not have, I don't know. But not only in this video, the entire channel, not a single filler word, not one. Not one like, not one not one not, like, none of it. We don't use filler words at all. And what that does is it makes our message so much stronger. Because every filler word you use, and I guarantee you, 100% you use filler words. Because everybody does. Only we don't. But once you remove these filler words, your message becomes so much stronger. It's a superpower.
100%. And filler words, like you mentioned briefly, that are not just it's also elongating the end of your words. So, for example, instead of saying so, for example, you'll say so, or you'll say but. Cool, you've not used a filler word, but you basically turn that word into a filler word. Because what is a filler word in essence? It's just you buying yourself time by stretching a word or by using a word that doesn't exist, like And there's nothing wrong with buying yourself time. There's ways to do this. And I'm about to give you games to make sure you've got your pen out for this bit. What you want to do instead is repeat yourself. Repeat yourself or go in a little circle, do a U-turn. You know how a pilot, when he's trying to land the plane, if it's too windy, what will he do? He's not going to smash into the floor and make himself look like an idiot. No. He's going to go around, come back, attempt to. That's what you can do instead of going, you can literally just repeat your sentence. So for example. Instead of going, so for example, I've gone, so for example, I'll do this. Do you see what I've done there? I've repeated the sentence.
Exactly. Or you could just pause.
Pausing is also very good.
It's never that deep. Just pause, bro. If you've got something but your brain's a little bit frozen, say nothing. If anything, it makes you look so much more composed. It's something Jordan Peterson does all the time. Now, I don't recommend you do it to the level that Jordan Peterson does it, because then it gets a bit ridiculous. He pauses for like 7 seconds. But just pause for a second, compose yourself, take time to think of what you're going to say, and then speak. Even better if you can use body language, because our clients, the main thing they say is, okay, Daniel, I pause, but then someone interrupts me. How do I stop this? Use your body language, bro. Body language is 55% of communication. So when you pause, you want to lean forward, like I just did there, to show that you're still speaking. You want to use your hand to show that you're still speaking. That way people are less likely to continue interrupting you or to try and speak when you're speaking. Something that we've used consistently throughout. Whenever I have a point to say, I put my hand up to let Hyder know I'm about to speak. That way we don't interrupt each other, but okay, we know. It's subconsciously telling each other that.
100%, guys. So I think we've covered filler words and stuttering quite well there. And there's a lot more we could say. So much more game we give to our students. But like I said, unless we make this video 4 hours, we can't cover it all here. Well, more than 4 hours, probably 24. But guys, next thing I want to mention is charisma. Charisma is a bit of a buzzword. Everyone wants to be charismatic. But how do you actually become charismatic? Very, very simple. It's simply energy, and authenticity. So let's touch on energy. What you've noticed throughout this video is we've been very energetic. We've been in your face. We've been varying our tone, varying our tempo, our pitch, varying our volume. We've been in your face, giving you value. We've not been sat there, hello guys, so my name is Haider, this is Daniel, and yeah, we're going to teach you how to communicate. No, that's low energy. And most people, by default, have very low energy levels. They speak with low energy. And by low energy, I don't mean you didn't get enough sleep or you've not had your morning coffee. No, it's all in the head. And the way you speak is actually habit. I can be on 2 hours of sleep, but still speak with more energy than you with fucking 14 hours of sleep. Why? Because I've developed that habit. And that's what you need to do.
Yeah, especially coming out of the UK, it was a hard habit to develop.
So hard.
Because if you know anything about the UK, they love to speak like this, bro, and they speak like that, and love my bro, and the thing is, the other day, they mumble a lot because it's what's cool there, apparently, and I don't know, it's what everyone does, they mumble a lot, but when you do that, it just takes away from your message so much, and it takes away from your confidence. If you're mumbling something, and this is common sense, I don't know why I'm even explaining this, but when you mumble something, people aren't going to think you're very confident. However, if you're saying something with absolute conviction, sheer conviction, and you're loud, you're projecting your voice, I want to get this pizza, we need to get this pizza today, and you've got a lot of energy about you, you're speaking with passion, you're speaking with gusto, and you're changing your tonality, naturally people just, they're gonna submit to you. They are. And that's why all of these great leaders, your Hitlers, your Malcolm X's, your MLKs, every single one of them, they spoke with a lot of energy. They spoke with a ton of energy.
Yeah.
So much energy.
100% guys. Energy is very, very important, and it's one of the biggest things we work with our clients on, because it can be a very, very stubborn habit to develop. Just sitting there watching videos and watching courses isn't going to increase your energy levels, bro. You need to go out onto the field and practice. That's why our mentorship is so powerful, because we give you that live practice with other members, with ourselves, live, one-on-one, on the call. That's how you develop this skill of communication. I'd be lying if I just dashed a course at you and say, there you go, bro, take it, I ain't got time for you, I'd rather sit on the beach, fuck you, just watch the course and you'll be good. Nah, it's not how you develop this. This is a real world skill, it's a very high ROI skill. For that, you need to put in some effort and you need to give people feedback. So guys, energy is important. The next factor of charisma was authenticity. Now, you need to be yourself to an extent. You don't want to be super, super authentic to the point where you're giving out just unfunny joke after unfunny joke and you're being a bit cringy. No, but you want to be authentic to the point where people feel like they're actually speaking to someone. If we came on here and just tried to act like Andrew Tate for the entire for the entire video, you'd sit there and think, these guys are cringe. I don't care how good they speak. These guys are cringe. But because we're being ourselves, we've probably told a few unfunny jokes throughout this video. Probably have. The odd one here and there. It's not bad. It just shows a bit of personality. We've been ourselves, been authentic. We're speaking the way we usually speak. People sense that. Because authenticity is the strongest vibration. 4,000 times stronger than love. Meaning people can just sense it. Again, like most communication, it's intangible. It's subconscious.
100%. And then when you decrease your energy, you decrease your authenticity as a result. And then people, they're not drawn to you. And that's what being magnetic is. It's having emotion behind what you're saying. Being authentically yourself. And yeah, when you drive emotion in people, naturally they're going to be more likely to be around you. They're going to want to listen to you. They want to follow you. And in general, they'll respect you a lot more. So with that being said, have we covered everything?
Last point is assertiveness.
Yeah, so when it comes to being assertive, it's all about being straight to the point and being direct. Someone who's a pussy, someone who has zero self-esteem, someone who doesn't get respected or go around the houses, convoluted. Sarah, would you mind if maybe I could come with you to the prom tomorrow? Because I don't actually have a date and I thought you were quite beautiful. So I was just wondering, compared to Sarah, I think you're absolutely beautiful. I think you're lovely. We should go to the prom together. What do you think? See the difference there? The second one was so much more direct, and because of that, it came across more confident.
And again, like every piece of advice we've given you in this video, we've been there and learned it the hard way, guys. So I keep saying, we're the real deal. We used to lead a team. Back then, we did not know how to hold a frame. We did not know how to lead teams. We did not know how to do any of this. So what ended up happening is, when we had this team, we fucked everything. We didn't hold the frame. We got walked all over by our own employees because we hadn't learnt the skill of communication by this point. Completely just butchered it. And that's what happens. And we learned that the hard way. We learned, okay, we need to be more assertive. We can't speak in long, convoluted sentences. We can't be so soft on people. We need to be assertive. And that ultimately just kickstarted our communication journey at that point on.
Exactly. And it's all about not being a people's pleaser. It's all about not truly caring, not putting people's emotions above yours, or putting people's desires and needs above yours. Understand that sometimes you are going to make people upset. It is what it is. Don't be a people's pleaser. Be direct. Be to the point. If it hurts someone's feelings, boo-hoo. It hurts someone's feelings. You said what you had to say, and you did it like a boss. You did it like a man. You didn't pussy out like a coward. And because of that, people will respect you more. That's a respectable trait. When you don't give a fuck, it's a respectable trait. And people will be more likely to lead or listen to you and follow you, and you'll be a better leader. It's as simple as that. Well, guys, we're sure that wraps up everything. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
No, that's all the value we've got for you in this video. We've got tons more in our mentorship program. And by the way, there's obviously value in there in the form of the community, the calls and whatnot. But we literally work with you one-on-one. So if you want to work with us one-on-one and literally be guaranteed a transformation, like I said, 100% success rate, guaranteed to boost your confidence, gain respect, become a powerful, masculine, influential man. No brainer to me. Link is in the bio, guys. Make sure you check that out. However, just quickly, very limited spots, because as you can see, there's only 2 of us. We can't take everyone on, unfortunately. And if we get on the call with you and we can see, okay, we can't really help with this guy, we're not going to take you on, simple as. So don't worry about that. You're going to get your transformation.
And it's just a thing where it gets to the point where it works. You know, it does work. So you're probably here moaning, oh, you guys are plugging too much, you're selling too much. It works. So don't blame me. It literally works. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you out. So just take the leap, book that call. We'll see if we can work with you. And if you're lucky enough to the point where we can work with you, we'll change your life. Simple as that. But guys, that wraps up this video. Make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe. And yeah, catch us in the next one.
See you soon.